A concerned longtime hunter in North Dakota wondered the same thing after he became aware of the bullet fragmentation data. This hunter also happened to be a medical doctor, giving him the opportunity to arrange for the examination of ground venison packages using sophisticated medical imaging techniques that permit a detailed look at internal body structures. He and a radiologist requested 100 packages of ground venison from the North Dakota State Food Bank program, which receives roughly 17,000 pounds of donated venison from generous hunters during the deer season. The food bank randomly selected these 100 roughly 1-pound packages from 3 food pantries in different cities and gave them to the researchers, who then put the packages through a high-definition CAT scanner and recorded what images resulted. They were shocked to find out that 59% of the 100 packages contained metal fragments, most of the packages between 3 and 9 pieces. Further examination of the packages by fluoroscopy retrieval techniques by a reputable lab in Iowa confirmed the composition of the fragments as being lead. This three-dimensional view shows a smaller 20-package sample that demonstrates how the lead fragments were dispersed throughout the meat. In another view, you can see the CAT scanner take sequential 5mm slices through the packages going from top towards the bottom. And again, notice how the fragments pop into view as you move through the meat. Another study used lead rifle bullets in the legal harvest of 30 white-tailed deer and took each of the deer to different game processors and asked the processors to butcher the deer as they normally would and give them back packages of steaks and ground venison. Packages of each were then randomly sampled and x-rayed, and it was found that 34% of the 324 randomly selected packages of ground venison had lead fragments. Some packages had as many as 168 separate fragments. Based on these investigations, other Midwest states also took a look at donated venison to see how many contained lead. Minnesota found 25% of the packages they examined were contaminated with lead, while Iowa and Wisconsin found much smaller numbers. These smaller numbers would be expected in states where deer harvest is mostly by shotgun slugs, which fragment very little compared to centerfire rifle bullets. What remains to be determined is the degree to which ingested lead fragments absorb into the bloodstream. While this has been studied extensively for lead soil dust and lead paint chips, no studies have been conducted focusing on lead rifle bullets because awareness of these potential threats is so recent. Studies are currently being conducted by North Dakota and other states to better assess the risks involved. The risks involved are beyond the demonstrated negative impacts of lead ingestion on condors, eagles, and other scavengers. Lead has been definitively identified as a toxic substance, which is why, as a society, we have removed it from water pipes, gasoline, and paint. Lead is well known to have very harmful impacts to pregnant women and young children, which is why lead bullet fragmentation represents a human health risk also. Would you knowingly sprinkle these lead flakes on the venison burgers you're putting on the table for your family? Being a hunter myself, I sure wouldn't, and I don't. Since we have non-lead alternatives that are now available that are effective and accurate, why take the risk? By using non-lead bullets, you can serve clean, healthy meat to your families. These tests are pretty easy to repeat. We'd love to hear from anyone that goes out and does them on their own. Contact us at the email addresses or phone numbers which follow at the end of the video. Thank you for watching.